Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about The Mandalorian Season 2 because, yes, the newest season finally hit Disney Plus. We've been waiting almost a whole year for this show, and I say almost because remember, Disney Plus only launched on November 12th of last year. We're not in November yet. We're practically there, but we're it's not exactly a year yet. And yes, I'm so excited that I woke up really early this morning just to watch this episode and now do this review. That wasn't the only reason. I just woke up very early this morning, and that's why this review is going to be up very early. So let's get right into it. What did I think of The Mandalorian's return with Baby Yoda? That selling point. First of all, we start off this episode with the Mandalorian going to this planet and meeting this like gangster mob boss kind of guy, which I thought was really cool in this boxing arena sort of place. And he talks to this guy and he finds out that there is a Mandalorian on Tatooine. So that sets him off his mission, right? He wants to look for this other Mandalorian. Maybe he has answers to find the Jedi. Who knows? But he goes off to Tatooine. He's like, yeah, I've been there before, and I never remembered a Mandalorian there before. And as soon as he gets there, he meets that woman that he met in that cargo bay that took care of Baby Yoda last time in season one. The Tatooine episode in season one was my least favorite episode of last season. So when I saw that woman return, I was like, "Uh oh, is this gonna be like another season one episode?" But thankfully, it wasn't. It was a really great episode, and he just goes right on his mission to find this Mandalorian character who's in a city on Tatooine that was wiped out by the Empire. It's still around, but it's like not as I guess well known as the other cities on Tatooine. So even I was like, I don't recognize that name. I don't even remember what the name was now, but it was a name that I didn't recognize. So I don't know if it was ever in Star Wars lore. I'm not as hardcore as a Star Wars fan as other people, but I did recognize obviously Maz Eisley and Maz Espa, but I didn't recognize the one that they were mentioning, that they were talking about. So I'm going to presume this was a new city and that was why they explained it the way they did. Uh, so that way, okay, if you haven't heard about this place, that's good because the Empire wiped it out and that off the maps, and that's why we're hearing about it now. So for whatever reason, I thought it was cool that we were going to see a different location on Tatooine that we never saw before. And when he gets there, he learns of this Marshal, which is the title of the episode, the Marshal, where Mandalorian finds out that this guy is wearing Boba Fett's armor, which was a really nice reveal. We knew that this something like this was going to be happening, but we didn't know to what capacity. As a matter of fact, when I heard Timothy Oliphant was going to be playing this character, I forgot what the character's name was, but I thought my impression was that he was going to turn out to be a villain, and that Boba Fett was going to have to come back and get his armor back, team up with the Mandalorian or something. But no, this it's just this guy with this armor. They show in the flashbacks on how he got the armor from the Jawas. It was a deal that was made after because they wanted the crystals that he had. But we also find out that this sandworm of some sort was attacking this little town, and he was the marshal that was trying to protect these people in this town. So it definitely, the Mandalorian already had a Western vibe, but this was really a Western vibe. Maybe with a little bit of Jaws in there too, because it was like, it was the man who had to go after the shark, right? Kind of story that I felt anyways. So Mando decided, okay, let's team up. They were going to fight, but eventually they decide to team up and take down this worm. And yeah, and not only that, they have to team up with Sand People, which Tuscan Raiders, which I thought was really interesting because we get to see a different side of the Tuscan Raiders that I don't think the movies ever showed. I'm pretty sure the movies never showed this side of the Tuscan Raiders before. So it was interesting seeing. Obviously, they set up in the previous season, in the season that I hate, in the episode that I not hated, but I liked the least. That Mando knew how to communicate with the Sand People, and so we see more of that in this episode. Um, I had actually forgotten those dog-like creatures were part of those characters. So to see them first, and then the Sand People come out, I was like, oh, okay, those belong to them. It was cool seeing them work together. I thought it was very different that we haven't seen in Star Wars yet before. Even though he did communicate to them last time, it was seeing them work side by side that was really cool, I thought. And then to take down the sandworm, they all get thrown up on like by what was it, acid that was coming out of the creature's mouth? I'm guessing there was a little bit of aliens, like the xenomorph kind of did that too, right? Spitting out or vomiting acid out. Whatever it was. Well, it didn't ruin Mando's suit, but then again, I guess his suit is a little bit more metal type of armor, so maybe it protected him. But yeah, I thought it was really cool, man. I thought the episode was a great way to come back to. Um, Baby Yoda is there quite a lot, so if people want to see more Baby Yoda, he's there, and there's some really cute moments with that character. The biggest thing I think a lot of people will be talking about, hardcore Star Wars fans, is yes, Boba Fett does show up at the very end for the tease, which I'm going to guess we're going to see a little bit more of next week. We'll see, unless he gets off Tatooine right away. I'm going to guess Boba Fett is gonna stop him before he leaves and be like, "Hey, you have my armor." Yeah, I really love this episode back, and I'm really excited to see where they're going to go in this season. Seeing Tamora Morrison back was really cool. Obviously, he's a lot more older now, but I'm curious to know his side of the story and how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm already jumping to conclusions that he could be Boba Fett because that would be the most obvious choice. But what if he's actually Rex? We know that he's going to play another character this season, and if you're getting Tamora Morrison back to play more than one character, there's only two options. Either he's Boba Fett or he's a clone trooper. And Rex seems like the most likely scenario because Rex was from the Clone Wars and Rebels animated shows. We know he's around during this time. Dave Filoni is a producer and director, maybe writer of some of these episodes. So I don't know. Anything is possible. Look, all I have to say is this is a great start to the season. I'm looking forward to all the other episodes, of course, and please try not to go back to that season 1 episode where of Tatooine type quality. I want more episodes like this that feel big, that feel grand. Like this is like a mini movie, and it's amazing. And yeah, the quality on this show, that monster looked fantastic. That sandworm, whatever you want to call it, looked fantastic. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. That's all I can say. This was a great episode back. I'm curious to see what other people are going to say. I haven't seen any reviews yet, so I'm not sure if people are loving this episode or hate. I can't imagine people hating this episode. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please share your comments below. I'm always curious of what other people are saying and thinking. And until next time, take care.